Hello there, listeners. So this is a kind of like a continuation to the previous episode. I just felt like the subject was closing down nicely, but yeah. So here is Maya speaking from my tent in Klil, and today is still June 6th. So I was speaking about these arguments that I had in the community WhatsApp group today. But what I started to say is that um, I was reading news and talking about news, like debating and or a lot in the last few days or a day or two since the four hostages were released from Gaza. And yeah, I think I had all kind of stuff to say about that. Like, firstly, it was interesting to see like how they like represent four stories. Like each one of them is like it's a story, you know. It's like so the main one is Noah Argemani, my friend, um, and it's like kind of like even weirdly mainly it's like they talk like the news speaking almost only about hair, um, and it's interesting for a few reasons, I think. Well, for the first, it's like kind of makes sense just because she was famous, because she was both the video of how she was kidnapped was published. This is actually the only terror video that I watched is Noah Argemani kidnap video. You can watch it. I think it's on YouTube or something completely crazy like this. She was taken away on motorcycles with her partner after they were hiding like hours in a bush in the Nova festivals. They were found and taken away by motorcycles into Gaza. And her partner, her boyfriend, is still there. Yeah, if he's alive, he's still there. Um, and Yeah, so she got famous because of this video, and then also the Hamas sent a video of her that I didn't watch because it was like too much. I didn't saw a reason for me to watch it. It was just, I think, terrible to watch a video of your friend's friend hostage in Gaza might be like executed or abused in so many ways all the time. Terrible. So I didn't watch it, but she got even more famous because of this. And recently, that's interesting actually. Recently, they sent another life sign from her. It was like some drawings that she drew, and that they sent pictures of them, and a record of her voice. I read it. I didn't listen to it. I read the words that she said, and she said like, you what are you doing? You left us here, and yeah, go to the and like fuck this government or something. Go to the no, she was speaking like bad stuff about the government and that wouldn't release them. And I think I'm almost sure this is what she said there. But what I do remember clearly is she said, go to the streets of Tel Aviv and close down Tel Aviv until they will get us back. Like and while it was published, it was like the Israeli media saw that as something that the Hamas told her to say, which make a lot of sense. But who knows? And now I'm curious. Now she's back. Will she support the protesting? Will she do anything? Will she be active? She have so much power. I think culture, like in the society, people will want to listen to what she have to say, to what she will say. Will she do something? Because she just came back. She's probably all traumatic and terribly. Um, I'm interested to see how it will turn up. Hopefully, she will do something for the. But who knows? Um, she looked not as bad as I expected. She looked kind of healthy from a just general picture. I'm absolutely sure that she got like extremely abused and terrored for in these 8 months, but like yeah, and there was picture of the room when she was kept, and it was like it was a small room, and she was probably stuck there all day long with away from their family, from her family, and like with not good conditions. But it was like a room with a bed and even like a window, probably with like um, metal on it, like metal sticks on it, bars. But I guess, but and yeah, interesting. She said that now after she came back, I read story about what she said, and she said that she was they let her sometimes walk in the street hidden with like the disguise of like a Muslim woman, because Muslim women are forced to be to put like to hide their face and crazy stuff like that. So it's like easy to disguise, and so yeah, and yeah, so people speaking a lot about Noah Argemani, it makes sense because we got lots of like three life signs from her since she was kidnapped. But also I kind of like getting the feeling that maybe the media is like focusing of her because she's the only girl out of the four that were released, and she's like a young girl and kind of like good looking. And I'm like, really, are you like focusing on the like good, really? Because she's like attractive. It's like, wow, that's like really fucked up. They're hostages, um, and but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, yeah. So there is lots um, of things about her and her father and her mother, which is apparently Chinese. And I read a story saying like that the Chinese will not help releasing Noah Argemani because she's only half Chinese. And I'm like, wow, is Chinese people are like way more fucked up. Like the Chinese government, I guess, is like way more fucked up than I realize. Is this like another thing that I should be afraid of? Because what they like having this like race stuff? Are they like super? Are they like Nazi? What is this the thing with the Chinese people? But anyway, and so Noah Argemani's mother is like Chinese, and she's dying apparently from cancer. Um, so she managed to come back before her mother died, but they don't really speak about her mother in the media, so I don't know what's going on with that. Um, um, yeah, I think they choose to focus on like the very lightful aspects of this. The whole thing with the hostages release is um, um, I think the media is and of course the government really trying to speak only about the fact that four hostages have been released, and now it's like a big reason to celebrate. So you shouldn't be focused on like the I don't know, like, is it 100, 200 something hostages that are still there, like, including a baby, and not focusing now on this idea of a deal, because look, it's working, we can get them out with military, but no, they can't. They can't. They released 7 in 8 months and killed at least, as much as we know, 3. It's not working. Hostages deal released 50. So obviously anyway, so I think the government is really using that to like try to take away the power from the protesting for hostages deal, and that's really scary. That's like really scary shit for me. And yeah, and the media is all celebrating and not talking about the hostages that are still there, or well, they do, but yeah, they do, and they are protesting, but the police is like brutally, like depressed protesting for a hostages deal now, and yeah, Yeah, really, that's what's happening. And and um, and less people are into a hostages deal. I think many people are saying that, like, okay, we can take them out, because some people like really, really, really don't want hostages deal, like, as for respect and as for revenge and as for maybe they scare for the consequences of releasing murders from prisons, like massive group of murders. I can get that, but I'm still supporting a hostages deal, because we can face like this, first we need to take those people out. Anyway, wow, I got lost in my line of speech. Sorry for that. Yeah, so this is only Noah Argemani, and so much stuff to say, so much stuff, if you read between the lines in the news, for example, there was like a title. I didn't manage to read it because my internet broke, but there was a title saying the news lady that was attacking Noah Argeman was fired. Like, what? Really? Like, someone was like, like attacking, probably not physically, but like verbally, like saying something about her, I guess. Uh, she just came back from like 8 months of captivity, really. So it was nice to see that she got fired. I don't know what she said. Maybe it's even rationalized, but come on, she just got out of like 8 months in captivity. So I'm very happy to know that she got fired, whatever what she said. But it just put a spotlight for me about the fact that like half of the news that you see in Israel is that person said something bad about this person. Now listen to him saying like really bad stuff about him. Why, what this person had to say about that person. He got really like, like putting him down. This is everything that the news is like, or big majority of what is the news in Israel is interested in telling the public. This guy attacked this guy, and this minister attacked this minister. This news person sued that newspaper person, and mostly like news media people and politicians just struggling with like suing each other and saying bad stuff about each other. This is like majority of what you hear in Israeli media, I think, and it's like, wow, that's really just fucked up. And it's really like clarify, I think, or put light upon why the Israeli society is so violent. Or I don't know, maybe it's go the other ways around, and it's the public discussion is so violent because the Israeli society is so violent. But anyway, those two things are, I think, for sure connected, and it was kind of shameful to see that. Yeah, but I actually wanted to speak about four stories, and I just started to say that the Noah Argeman story is so big, and they focusing mostly about him, which is kind of weird. And it's interesting. There are three more people. I wanted to like read more about them and then make like a longer episode, like saying lots of stuff about them, like just telling their stories, kind of. But my internet is gone, and I'm like inspired to speak now. So I say what I use, what I know. So it's interested. I think I was interested to see how it's um, like the stories of the families, the different families of the hostages. There is Noah Argemani's father, her dying Chinese mother, and her father that I see he's wearing like a yarmulke cap, and there was a story about him receiving like a bill of money from this rabbi, which is like blessed. for the belief of some Jewish people that the rabbi can give blessing with like giving people money or something. So they said like, yeah, and you see now his daughter came back. Like, look, he went to the rabbi blessed him, and now his daughter came back, something like that. And then you see there is this Russian guy, Andrei something, and I saw like a report in the WhatsApp group of Tzav Teisha. Tzav Teisha is the organization that blocked the humanitarian truck to Gaza, claiming that it's supporting Hamas, which is probably also true, but it's also supporting like lots of civilians. You know, I talked a lot about them before. Listen to preview episode, check it out. And anyway, so this Russian guy's mother was like helping those people and active with like blocking humanitarian truck from getting into Gaza. And they also said like, look, now her son came back. And it's like, huh. And then there is this guy that from actually my neighbor from Nahariya. I think recently I recorded some episode in Nahariya. It was the episode about just holding a sign in the street and affecting public conscious something. So those episodes were recorded in Nahariya, where I protest. I do some protesting in Nahariya. And a guy that is coming from this city that were hostage, kidnapped. So he was released, Shlomi Ziv. And that guy, he had like, the only thing I know about that people did like especially for this guy is like hanging signs that like written like, oh, we're waiting for you to come back home, which now I see is like a really nice thing. And he came back. I was passing by Nahariya today with my car, and I saw they put up a giant sign saying like, welcome back, our Shlomi, you know, something with like heart. And it was actually beautiful. It was, yeah, I think within grieving for like many people that died, and many people that got hurt, and many people that are and being like, yeah, grieving for all those people that are in captivity, and now it will be much more difficult to take them out with a deal that are still there. Within all that, or beside that, or something, I think we still can allow ourselves to be grateful and happy for yeah, thankful and happy for those 4 souls that were saved, and can, I don't know, start maybe recover their life somehow, hopefully. Let's wish them that. Aho, thank you listeners for listening, and bless us all.